Congratulations, you have made it to the final day of this challenge, and I want you to take a moment to celebrate yourself because this journey wasn't just about learning new things. It was about unlearning the doubt, the fear, the hesitation that has been holding you back for so long. But now that you are here, I have to ask you something. What will you do next? Will you move forward with confidence, or will you slip back into your old habits? Because let me be real with you. This is not the end. It's just the beginning. And I need you to hear this. I need you to hear me loud and clear. Your gift is not random. Your creativity is not an accident. You are called for something bigger than yourself, but calling comes with a responsibility. And the question is, will you stop here, or will you be willing to finally step into it and stop running? Because I know what it feels like to run. And for many years, I told myself I wasn't an artist. And I thought maybe I wasn't good enough, that I needed more experience, that I needed more validation or more proof before I could even claim the title. So I hid and I played it small. And I convinced myself every day that this wasn't for me. But let me tell you what happens when you run from your calling. You start to feel lost, even when you're playing it safe and you're doing things that you're familiar with, quote unquote, the 9 to 5. You become restless because deep down, you know you were built for so much more. And then the worst part of it all is that you start to watch other people take opportunities you were too afraid to step into. And this whole time, I thought I was protecting myself from failure, but reality, I was holding myself back from my purpose. And one day, I had to really ask myself, am I okay with wasting the gift that God has gave me? The truth, the reality, I wasn't. And deep down, I don't think you are either. Because if you were, you wouldn't still be here. So, if you are still struggling with this doubt of whether or not you are meant to be an artist, let me remind you of something. In Romans 11:29, it says, for the gifts and the calling of God are irrevocable. That means no mistake, no insecurity, no delay can cancel what God has placed inside of you. So your art is not just something that you do or like to do. It is a part of your divine purpose. Your creativity is a tool that God uses to speak through you. And your vision is not just a dream. It is a responsibility that you live out. It's here today on this earth. So if you've been waiting for a sign, if you've been waiting for that one person in your life to say, hey, wake up, why aren't you doing what you know is within you? Your desires of your heart. If you've been looking for confirmation, this right here, this video is it. You have always been called. But now, my friend, it is time to answer the calling. I'm going to give you signs that God has called you to be an artist. And if you're still questioning whether this calling is for you, let's talk about the signs. And I want you to not be oblivious to them the moment you start seeing them arise after this video. Because God doesn't just call us, He confirms it too. So number one, you feel a deep unshakable pull towards creativity. And no matter what you do, you always come back to your art. When you're creating, you start to really feel alive. You find this sense of joy and peace and a sense of belonging that is not random, okay? That purpose is calling you. So you need to answer. Number 2, you can't ignore the ideas that keep coming to you. Even when you try to focus on something else, inspiration starts striking like this. Images, colors, stories, they find you. That's just not your imagination. That is divine inspiration, and it's not going to stop. Number 3, people keep recognizing your gift even when you don't. Maybe you've been told several times that your work moves them, inspires them, or carries something special. And this goes for anybody, not just artists, but like culinary artists, musicians, anybody who creates something from scratch, okay? Sometimes people may eat your cookies that you bake and they'd be like, oh my goodness, it was the best cookie that I've ever made. You should really sell this. Listen to them, because when God calls you, he often sends people to remind you of what you've already known deep down inside. You just need to listen to what are the people saying to you. Number 4, when you create, something spiritual happens. Have you ever lost track of time while you're making art? Have you gotten deep down in the zone that, where did the day go? You really felt like a flow that streamed and connected to you, and you knew that what you were creating was bigger than you. That's because your gift isn't just a talent. It is a bridge between the natural and the divine. So when you're lost in the sauce, listen, you're in a supernatural realm that is unexplainable to others that will just not get it. And number 5, you feel restless when you ignore it. If you ever tried to suppress your creativity, and I mentioned this in my first video, I have been so lost, depressed, I've been struggling, I've been having anxiety, and all of these feelings are coming to me because I'm trying to suppress my creativity. But I've been feeling off. I couldn't explain it. I'm like, am I depressed? No, you just haven't picked up a paintbrush. Get to creating. But I felt like something was missing, and that's because I know that I am designed to express and to create and to inspire. And I do that through my artwork and through my words. And the moment I stop posting the content, the moment I stop creating, everything went haywire. Because your soul knows when you are not walking in alignment with your purpose. How long is it going to take you to figure that out? So if any of these resonated with you, I need you to stop doubting, period. Because God has already called you. The only question is, will you answer the call? Because the time is now. The time is now. I want to talk about what happens if you refuse the calling, because ignoring your calling isn't just about missing out on opportunities. It has real consequences. You're never, ever going to feel fulfilled. You can just try to distract yourself with other things, but deep down, you're always going to feel like something is missing. And the worst part about it all, I'm going to keep saying this is the worst part, because you're going to see others living the life you were meant to have. Not because they were more talented than you. It was because they had the courage to say yes and you didn't. And because of this, you're always going to carry regret. And years from now, you're going to wonder, could I have made it happen? If I only trusted myself. And the hardest part is you're never going to know if it would have worked because you decided not to even try. Overall, God will give your assignment to someone else, and it could be somebody in your own family. God's plan will always be fulfilled with or without you. And if you refuse the calling, he will rise up someone else to do what you are meant to do. But listen, that does not have to be your reality because you still have today to make a choice, to make a decision, to step into what you already know is for you. Yeah. Let me take a pause. I want you to really think about this. What if you are the key to breaking generational curses in your family? What if God placed this gift inside of you? Not just to change your life, but to create generational wealth, healing, and opportunities for those who will come after you. What if your creativity is the vehicle God wants to use to shift your entire generation to come? But instead of stepping into it, you let fear outweigh your faith. You let doubt overpower your purpose. And you keep waiting for the right time, the right moment, not realizing that the time is now. Everything you need to succeed, my friend, is inside of you. God would not have called you if he didn't equip you. I need you and me and all of us listening to break the cycle of doubt. Let's stop waiting for the perfect moment because you are already an artist. You are already chosen and you are already enough. And today, we all say yes to the calling. We all say yes. So your final assignment is to declare it. Comment below, I am an artist. I am called. I say yes to my purpose. I want you to create something today. Even if it's a little doodle, a little sketch, I need you to stop overthinking it. I need you to stop waiting for perfection. And I need you just to create. And lastly, if you really want to move the needle, share your work. I know you got a platform somewhere. If it's Instagram, maybe you don't have social media, then I need you to post and take a photo and share it through Messenger. Send it to somebody. But if you want to take it to the next level, how about we start a hashtag? Maybe VRT shares, or I didn't think too far. But maybe we need a tag and make a community and make a tag, a hashtag that we share our artwork. I'm going to think about it. VRT is something. I didn't think that far. But let the world see what happens when you start to step into your gift. So, God has called you to be an artist, and I need you to stop being oblivious and be aware of the signs. Because it is time to say yes. Okay? What's next for this community? Okay, this is not the last step. Okay, it's just the beginning. This community will continue to be a space where artists grow in confidence and faith in their creativity, where we push each other to create boldly and without fear, and where we step into our callings that God has placed in our lives. So this, my friend, I am not stopping here. There's going to be more challenges, more content, more breakthroughs are coming. And overall, if you are ready to keep growing, I need you to stay with me, okay? Because we need to step into our callings together. My only question to you, are you coming with me? Okay? In the comments below, are you coming with me, yes or no?